two organizers of the Freedom Convoy that gridlocked the city's downtown core for weeks 3 years ago have been spared further jail time. Convicted of mischief for their roles in the protest, Lich and Chris Barber both handed conditional sentences today. CTV's Katie Griffin was at the courthouse earlier and is here with the details. Katie.
Patricia, the courtroom was packed with more than 100 supporters. The judge acknowledging to some the two are heroes and both have experienced hardship. But she says she also had to consider the harm the protests inflicted on people and businesses in the city. And while they tried to mitigate the situation by working with officials to shrink the protest footprint, she said it did not absolve them of liability. The organizers of the Freedom Convoy walking out of court to cheers and applause.
We are still very seriously considering an appeal of the conviction for mischief. But as far as the sentence goes, we're pleased that she is not going to be spending any more time in jail.
In a courtroom packed with supporters, a judge handing down 18-month conditional sentences for both Lich and Chris Barber for their roles in the 2022 protest over vaccine mandates and other pandemic measures.
For my client's comment, he respects the judge's decision. They're reasonable in her view and not appealable in terms of the sentences.
Was there remorse for what she did? No.
The protest saw thousands of people and hundreds of trucks gridlock the core for weeks, horns blaring. The judge says while Barber and Lich attempted to work with officials to shrink its footprint, neither took steps to end or stop the demonstration, which was disturbing the peace. Barber will spend a year under house arrest and will then have a curfew for 6 months. With credit for time served, Lich will serve 12 months of house arrest and have a curfew for 3.5 months. Both will have to complete 100 hours of community service.
I think the judge wanted to make sure in her decision today and even in her decision on conviction that protest is allowed. That's not the issue. It's the manner of the protest.
In Canada, constitutionally protected freedom of speech, which encourages peaceful assembly, must prevail over the rights of property owners. The enjoyment of property. It's not an equal balance, and that's the primary basis that we're considering for an appeal of conviction.
Another key convoy figure, Pat King, was in the courtroom today. He was found guilty of multiple charges and given a 3-month conditional sentence earlier this year, something the Crown is appealing. There's also a class action lawsuit relating to the convoy seeking hundreds of millions of dollars in damages, so this isn't over just yet.